Welcome back to the channel. Okay, today we're gonna work on why am I not a better martial artist, or why are we not better martial artists? What is society portraying as us being martial artists? Are we getting portrayed as like we should be a Batman or a Spiderman, or even Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee? Those are Hollywood characters. Yes, they can, and they did have a good vertical spin hook kick. They were amazing martial artists. Not saying that us that kind of stay grounded aren't good martial artists, okay? So let me explain something. So when us as humans, we're creating a defense style martial arts, we were direct and to the point. There was no flash to it. It was, you grab the neck, you pull your opponents down, go on to the next opponent. In war, we were direct and to the point, and it is still like that, direct and to the point. This whole thing of like, oh yeah, you can do a front kick, that's not very impressive. Oh, you can do a round kick, that's not very impressive. Oh, maybe a step spin hook kick, oh, that's not very impressive. Like, where's the air? Where's the flash? Where's the breaking the backflip, breaking the board, stuff like that. I know Korea does a lot of that stuff. They do team competitions. Taekwondo does have that, and yes, high kicks are a thing, and they need to be there. But the jumps and look what I can do sort of mentality. Most of us are still direct and to the point kind of martial artists. Okay, some of us have a very good upper body techniques. Some of us have a very good lower body techniques. Like, we're really good at kicks. Our kicks, we spend a lot of time on them. Our hands, arms, we spend a lot of time on them. So we're going to be better at that particular thing. Same thing with air, there is a lot more of us that are on the ground, good martial artists, can get the job done, can defend others, that we can defend ourselves, direct and to the point. And then there are some kids that are just really athletic, and they do like to spin in the air and do all that. And I think the people that don't really understand martial arts look at like this martial artist compared to this martial artist and say, yes, this one, I see they are a better martial artist. But with us knowing martial arts, like, okay, if you would get in a fight with this guy that is, flipping in the air and doing these tornado kicks and butterfly kicks and, however you want to do them, and they're like, kicks. When we look at that, we understand that that is not effective at all. You are not going to be able to defend yourself when you're off the air or off the ground, spinning in the air, or even 1 foot and it's, your foot's just, tapping in the air. You're not going to be able to defend yourself that way. This group of martial artists that are good on the ground, they are direct and to the point. Those are the ones that are going to be able to protect themselves, and they're, in my mind, are the more effective martial artists. Like, these are the ones that you want to have, you want to be fighting next to with that pivotal moment of, okay, defending ourselves. Okay, let's get it done. Not the extreme, not the creative, like backflip type of style of martial arts. That is never going to be an effective part of self-defense. Now, let's talk about competition. Absolutely, that wins you the medal, is these like backflip, kicks in the air, 10-foot verticals. Those are going to get you gold medals in competition. Sparring, that's when you're still going to have more of like the direct to the point kind of people that are going to be winning the gold medals. I won 7 gold medals doing that exact direct and to the point. My sparring is and not ever flashy. It was direct and to the point. Very rarely did I ever get off the ground, or very rarely did I ever even throw a hook kick. I probably did a reverse side kick here and there because those were pretty solid. But to me, this like whole thing of you're not a good martial artist because you can't do this is just so frustrating to me sometimes, because I have these like, these conversations and, oh, show us some martial arts. And of course, when you get asked, show me some martial arts, of course, they're wanting this like Hollywood backflip, hitting the exact point, jumping in the air, 360s, breaking boards, stuff like that sort of demonstration. That to me is not martial arts. That's more of gymnastics martial arts. It's just, it's obsolete. It doesn't, it's flashy, and yeah, it is cool looking, but I'm more the type of guy that likes to see a good, solid sparring match that would actually be effective in real life in protecting someone than flashy kicks, things like that, right? So let me kind of roll into another thing here that I want to discuss. Now, when we have like this certain martial artist and this certain martial artist, now both of them are good martial artists in my eye. Like, this is a good martial artist and this is a good martial artist. And to portray that with your students or with somebody, I was having a conversation with my mom, and she's a 2nd degree black belt. We've been training together for years. When I first opened my first studio, she was one of my first students. And she latched onto it like that. I mean, she loved it from the first class on. And so we kind of nerd out a little bit on, martial arts, stuff like that. And so when I was discussing this with her, I kind of saw a light bulb go off over her head, and she realized that she's like, oh, with every person that is a martial artist or that is dabbling within martial arts, we create our own style of martial arts that fit us, that fit our individual needs, what we want to get out of martial arts, what we want to do, how we want to portray it. We have the ability to do that. We can make our own decisions on that. And when I was saying, like, when we go up through our journey of being a black belt, there's the Jackie Chans in the world, there's the Bruce Lees in the world, there's, these like crazy, XMA creative martial artists, competition sort of martial artists, and then there's the ones that are actually are good martial artists, but they're not flashy. They don't have a lot of they can't kick, or they can't jump real high. I can't jump real high. They don't have jumps at all, but they are just very solid martial artists. Their kicks are hard, they're solid, and they will break bones very easy. And so as I was like discussing this with my mom, she was just like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I don't have to be this, this kind of martial artist. I can be this martial artist, right? So like, I can be that Mr. Miyagi that, has good, solid, straight to the point sort of martial arts, or I can be this Jackie Chan type of martial arts that has all these kicks, looks really good, can pick up a ladder and just flip it around his head and do all these amazing things. Or I can be somewhere in the middle of both of those. But this whole area right here, we can create our own style of martial arts, what fits us best. And I believe that is where the creativity of martial arts and the flexibility of each style, that we can take a little bit of this. Okay, I really can't do that really good. Of course we try and we get it a little bit, but as we go, I think in my personal opinion, and this is only my opinion, our ability kind of forms what kind of martial arts we're going to be, what kind of martial artists we're going to be, and how we're going to portray our martial arts. I really do think our bodies tell us, yes, let's go this direction. I can do these techniques, and then there's some like, nope, I can't do that. And they kind of start veering our, way into how our body is going to react to the martial arts that we put it through, right? So that's just kind of my thoughts on this. If you guys have any concerns on this, if you have the same thoughts, go ahead and comment down below. I like to see what you guys see on this topic and stuff. And until next time, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, train hard, train smart, and I'll see you in the next one.